I'm Lauren White, and I'm here with the Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce. And joining me today is John Berry with the Southern Tier AIDS Program. Thank you for coming in.
My pleasure.
So, what are the main services that you provide?
Well, the Southern Tier AIDS Program was started in 1984, and obviously the mission is there in the name. We were working to prevent HIV infections and provide care for the people that had the infection so that they would live longer lives. In about the last 10 to 15 years, our mission has expanded, and we're now more of a general public health sort of agency, as we're starting to have success with actually eliminating HIV as a problem. So that's the good news.
It is good news.
The investment in the organization and the work that we're doing, it's actually worked.
It's a success.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, how long have you been doing this for, just as yourself?
My first stint at staff was from 1991 to 1993. It was really tough work at that point in history because that's before we had the new treatments that we have now, which really extend life a long time. So it was a very tough job, and I think I burned out a little bit, and I ran away to grad school. I came back in 2005. And moved into some leadership positions, and I have been there since then. And I think I'll remain here as long as they'll continue to have me. So we'll see how much longer that is.
You never know.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And what's your favorite part of doing all of this?
My favorite part of the work is because of the legacy of HIV and AIDS. This organization is considered a laboratory by the state of New York. When they have a pilot program, when they want to try an experiment, they come to our organization because we're small, we're nimble, we can implement programming quickly, and we're not afraid to live in that gray zone of ambivalence and uncertainty. So the work is always interesting, it's always exciting, and there's always something cutting edge kind of happening for us.
Yeah, that's certainly engaging.
Indeed, every day.
That's awesome. And to end off, what's something that you think we don't know that we should know about Southern Tier AIDS Program?
Oh, let's see. That's easy. I think you should know that the investment has been a good one, both in preventing human suffering and also in making sure that all of us as taxpayers have to fork over less money at the end of every year to the state and the federal government. And the best example I can give you is through the 80s and 90s, when we were able to look at that epidemiological data, one of the things that we realized was that a large majority of the people who were becoming HIV positive, that was happening because they were sharing drug injection equipment with one another. That's something we didn't know early on in the early part of the 80s. So advocates moved into a space, organizations like ours moved into a space where we rolled out syringe exchange. Because people always, they ask about harm reduction. What is harm reduction? How did we decide to do this harm reduction thing? And it started with syringe exchange. And I think the thing that people forget is what an incredible success those programs have been. And there's only 30 of them statewide, so it's a very small system. But the number of HIV infections every year due to injection equipment being shared was 54% of the infections every single year were due to people sharing that equipment among one another. In the early 90s, when we legalized syringe exchange and these programs began to proliferate across the state, that rate began to go down slowly, and we are at a point now where if you look at the statistics every year, only 3 to 5% of the new infections are because of people sharing injection equipment. So 54%, 3%. It's an incredible success. It's prevented a huge amount of human suffering, and because the lifetime cost of an HIV infection can push up on $500,000, it's saved all of us collectively as taxpayers millions and millions of dollars, probably hundreds of millions.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And that's just one way that looking at the data and really analyzing things, it really turned out well.
Yes, Yes, and these programs now really function to provide services to a group of people that's difficult for other systems to reach. Again, continuing that legacy of preventing human suffering, saving all of us scads of money, and we're pretty proud of that.
I would be. That's amazing.
So-
And thank you for sharing your story with us.
No problem.
And thank you for watching.